Shit. Welcome back to another episode. You can't make this shit up. I try to say this is my second time trying out the damn trying to do the damn intro, right? I got interrupted twice already, but hopefully this one makes it. And what I'm trying to say is probably some of you guys are probably like, oh my god, Spoon, how come you didn't post on Saturday? I know some of you guys missed it. I know you're like, oh my god, we posted. You say you're gonna post every Saturday. I did say that, and that's why I'm here making it up. So this post is gonna be probably on Monday morning. But for next week, I got you guys a sick ass little guest that I did talk about. I did talk about last week. I said I was gonna bring a military guy and bring that guy that does work for the morgue, and then hopefully be able to interview King Envy, right? Those are the things that we're supposed to do. But as things are looking right now, I'm sure everyone's going through some shit or doing whatever they're doing. You know, the economy is kind of shit. Fucking bills are up through the roof, right? I think everyone's just kind of on their own grind, really working on what we're supposed to be doing. So like they don't really have the time to be either writing back or be interviewing. But I do have next week, long ass intro to get that going. But I do have next week. My guy that's coming from the he's from the military. So he was in the military, like I said last week. He was in the military for so long. I don't know how long, but I know he got deployed or something like that. And we're gonna listen to the story when he comes on next week. But this week I had some interesting interesting topics I want to talk about. I didn't post, my bad. I'm so out of it. I didn't post on Saturday because I had nothing to talk about. I really had nothing to talk about. And the thing is, I didn't have nothing to talk about, and I didn't want to pop on here and say like, oh, like just like a rushed pod where I'm talking about nothing, which is most of the time I'm talking about kind of nothing. But I don't know. It just seemed like I didn't want to. I felt too forced of a pod to push, to be honest. And I don't know. It didn't fit right, and it didn't seem right. And I didn't want to give you guys a shitty ass pod. Talk about, let me watch this pod and this shit boring as fuck. That's not what I wanted to give you guys at all. So I took some days and I said, you know what, I'm gonna miss 1 week. I'll miss 1 week and then I'll make it up till next week. Kaya. And I said I'm gonna miss next week. But then I thought about it, and then things started happening to me over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is today. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and do a pod before I leave to work, before I get ready, whatever. I didn't even go to the gym. Like, there's so many things that I haven't gone to the gym. I didn't go to the gym for 3 days because I got sick from my stomach, and then I went back, and then the day before yesterday I didn't go because I wanted to sleep early. And then yesterday I didn't go because I was just being a lazy motherfucker, the truth. But I'm back in the game. Look, we fall 10, stand up 11, and that's what matters. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm back in the gym today. That's happening. What else is happening? This weekend, I had a couple things happening to me. I'm going to start off with this. We're going to start off with some dude try to fucking rob me. Oh, no, he tried to rob me. He fucking robbed me. Some guy fucking robbed me today. Talking about, let me get a vape, and I pull up on a vape, right? I have this little clear backpack that I'm carrying and shit so I can show people that what I got so they don't really look through my back. But me, as a stupid ass, I say, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Pop in, look at whatever you want. It's only one fucking dude that's looking at whatever, right? So I'm popping out to his little car meet show, boom, boom, boom. I pull up on my electric scooter, and I'm like, yo, want vapes. I'll tell you the story how I got the vape. But want vapes. And this guy fucking, yeah, I'll take one. I was like, I got 1 for 10 or 2 for whatever, right? And I give him, oh, that's a good price. But I said, go ahead and look at my backpack. So as I'm looking at my backpack, I got my nephew maybe like 4 or 5 feet behind him. And I'm like, and I tell my nephew, like, hey, bro, careful, make sure this foot doesn't steal. That's what I tell him. And the thing is, I think my nephew, and this is how it happened. So anyways, the guy buys the vapes for me, whatever. I don't even notice nothing. But he had a trash bag of trash. And when my nephew tells me what was happening was, he saw this guy throw shit in the trash bag, like in his little bag that he was carrying. I was like, bro, why didn't you say something? He's like, bro, I didn't know I was gonna tell you at home. I was like, bro, we could have whipped his ass right there and made it happen, but Long story short, I guess this guy came up, like he checked my backpack. He was basically stealing all these vapes, throwing them to the trash can of his own trash. Like he was holding the trash because he was doing the car meet situation. And and I guess this guy fucking thought he played me. Really, he robbed me. But I told my brother about it. I was like, this guy robbed me. When I got home, I checked all the vapes and shit, make sure that, I had most of them. But I can tell that a lot of them were missing. That's how I noticed. A lot too many were missing. So I missed like 3 or 4. Point is, I told my brother, I was like, fuck that guy. I hope that guy chokes on these vapes, and I hope all those vapes that I sold him are fucking burnt. I hope every single one he chose is fucking burnt. But fuck that guy. Die slow, bro. Whack. That's whack. That's fucking whack. I'm a little upset, but look, now that I'm venting, I'm happy. It's okay. Um, Moving forward from that. Okay, look, we learned the lesson learned. And my brother asked me, like, hey, did you learn the lesson? I was like, my lesson is never to trust nobody. Never. Look, that's a prime example. Never turn your back on anybody. Literally, in a good way and in a bad way. In a good way where it's like, even if you don't trust, even if you trust them, watch your back. Watch your back. Boom. You're watching them. Same thing with friends. Don't turn back on friends. Like if you turn your back on your friend, it's like, oh, dog, that fool gonna shine me away, whatever. So lesson learned, Spoonchy, lesson learned. Don't be a fucking idiot and don't let nobody play for your fool. Make sure you watch your shit when you're delivering and doing what you're doing. That's what I learned. I'm not doing that stupid shit. Go ahead and look at my backpack. Ooh, that's ridiculous. But again, lesson learned. That happened to me today, hours ago. But moving forward, next time I know what I'll do. Like I literally had a pepper spray and I had it ready to go. If I would have known right then and there and checked my shit, I would have went back and then I would have started a big old problem because there's too many of them. But I was ready for it anyway. But that doesn't need to happen all the time. Fucking Manny be bugging. Manny, you guys remember Manny, right? The one that fucking choked up on a fucking vape or whatever. Acts like he's a smoker, but he's not. That guy. He hits me up and tells me like to hit up his friend or whatever. I text him and I say, yeah, I hit your friend up. I was like, I guess he says like, this is the number, whatever. I say, yeah, that's the number I text. I hit him up on Friday. It's been already 3 days and he still has hit me up, and Manny's still bugging the fuck out of me about texting him. Manny, I text your friend. Your friend does not want to text back. I don't know why or what, but I text him, bro. Fuck him. He don't want it that bad then. Whatever it is that he wants, he don't want it that bad. So, moving forward from that shit, Manny, I do miss you though, bro. So hopefully see you on the pod. Everybody misses you on the pod. Everybody misses you on the pod, brother. Yeah, I'll talk about you. So we talked about getting robbed from the fucking guy from the vapes today. We talked about that. That was good. Okay, I went out last night. Ooh, you guys are in for a little sneaky treat. I went last night, right, to one of my friends, a little birthday party. He had a birthday party. It's actually the guys that were there. The guys, Marca Fija was there actually. They performed. Spoonchy, you know me. I danced all motherfucking night long. I don't know if anybody has clips of me dancing that night. But if we do, I'm going to go ahead and pop them up right here, of course. But with that being said, we went out last night. I went out last night. I saw a bunch of the homies that were there. We had a great time. We got a little tipsy, a little whipsy. But it was fun. It was a good time. You know, Fern got twisted and all types of shit. Threw a fucking chair at his dad, right? Fucking WWE style. Whacked him right in the fucking head. Chapacas. Even hit the moms on the fucking hand, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? I know you're pedo, bro, but relax, bro. Don't hit your parents, dog. It's not WWE, bro. That chair, though, I ain't gonna lie. We all just chit-chatty bullshit. He comes out saying bye to everybody for the 30th time. And then he grabs that chair and just swings, and that chair just goes boom, boom, and hits the dad right on this side of the head. Dot, it hits him and taps him. With that being said, I had a great night. I got not drunk, fucking drunk, but I got a good buzz. I basically was the only one dancing, but there's a few there dancing. I danced with pops, I danced with the moms, a little bit of everybody, but that shit was cool. I had a great time. So appreciate you boys, or appreciate you for your family, bro, for real, for letting me pull up and letting the rest of the crew pull up, bro. I appreciate that. That shit means a lot to me. You're number one. For don't tell nobody else, because then they get mad about it. You know how that goes, bro. Moving forward from getting robbed to going out last night and getting drunk and getting home at 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock in the morning. We're we're gonna start with a little good story that I had. We're gonna go back. We're gonna transition back to a little bit to the girl situation. It's gonna be a short pod today because, well, I don't got much to talk, but I do have some interesting stuff to talk about. So, with that being said, let's get it. Let's light the candle up, eh? We're gonna start off with talking about a girl. That's what we're in here. That's the main thing here. We're here for, guys. Girl situation. So, it was all wonderful. She said she loved me. I turned back and she's kissing somebody else. Damn, imagine that's just for a clip. I'm gonna start doing shit like that. I'm gonna start saying random shit. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start saying random shit just to get the clip. Nah, dude. She walks in, bro, naked, dog. I'm talking butt naked, bro. She shakes that thing in front of me, bro. I don't even know what to do. And then I fucking lose consciousness, bro. I pass out. I wake up at the hospital. It'd be something like that. And then someone will clip it and it'll sound real good. So they'll jump. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start farm clipping. That's what it's called, right? That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, let me get down to the real story for real. Okay, so this is what's going on. We're at the gym, right? I'm at the gym. I go to the gym. Whoop-de-woo. I'm going to do a story just like this. Watch. So, I'm at the gym and I see some girl that I guess she's a regular. She's been a regular. Now, finding out all this extra information, I come to find out that I guess she was a regular. She was a regular in the mornings or whatever the hell, right? Before she got this night schedule. Whoop-de-woo. But let's cut back to the beginning. So, I want to say about a week ago, I bump into this girl. I've seen her, right? This girl, I've seen her a lot of times, and I just don't like. I mind my business, and I stay on my own shit, and I'm in and I'm fucking out. If someone says what's up, I'll say what's up. A joke or two, and I'm out. So I'm going this one day, right? A couple days, we'll say like 5-6 days ago. I'm going in there, and I'm doing my thing, and I see the girl. We'll call her Cutie Pie, right? Well, Cutie Pie's right there already. I'm minding my business, but the machine that I'm working at, she's right in front of me, so she's doing like squats or something in front of me, but there's like machines or whatever. And I really look into her, I'm like, that girl kind of cute though, like, she kind of cute. And then someone tells me, bro, why don't you just go and tell her, bro? Just like my other self tells me, go and tell her. So I go and tell her. I walk to her, I'm like, excuse me. And I wave her down like that, so I go like that to get attention. I never want to tap people, I hate that shit. So I go, excuse me. Just want to let you know you're very, I think is what I said was, I think you're very cute or something like that. Or I think you're something super, I think you're super cute. I'm not trying to hit on you. That's all I wanted to tell you. She said, oh my God, thank you. Like girls do. But you can tell she was like, wow. I walked away, continued doing foo, right? And that's about like, we'll say about an hour later that happened. So an hour later, maybe an hour and 10, 15 minutes, then I'm like walking on my treadmill, I'm already doing my cardio or whatever. And then what happens is, I see her walking to the bathroom, and then I'm like, oh, whatever, just continue walking. I see other people. And then now she's coming directly from out the bathroom a couple minutes later. She's coming directly to me, but not to me, all right? She's walking down this little hallway part, and I can see her turning or whatever. I'm on my own business or whatever. And then what happens is she walks up to me, she's like, hey, hold on one second. So what she tells me, she walks up to me, right? And she tells me, hey. And she like whips out her hand like that. She's like, hey. She wanted to introduce myself. My name is Blank. And I pull out my hand. I'm like, Spoon, whatever. Whoop. She said, oh, nice to meet. I said, nice to meet you, Blank. She said, nice to meet you. Whoop-de-woo. Blah. She said, I seen you around, so I just wanted to introduce myself. I said, oh yeah, I seen you around too. It's really nice to meet you, Blank. She turned around with a smile. She waits for like a second or two, as if she wanted for me to ask her for a number, but I didn't care about that. I literally didn't care about none of that. So then, 2-3 seconds, wait. She said, all right, well, you have a good morning or a good night or something like that. I said, all right, you too, enjoy yourself, be good, whatever, something like that. Boom, that's over with. I kind of think about it a little bit like, oh, okay. So, I talked to one of my buddies. I don't know, this and this and this happened, right? bro, she wants you. These are all green flags. She said, what's up? Like, ain't no girl gonna not want you and come up to you and tell you this and this and that, right? So I believe it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run with it. And if I see her next time, then I'm gonna say what's up, but in a cool way, nothing crazy. So then I think the next day, I'm not even rushing it, you know. So I'm not even rushing. I say if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And I'm like, that'd be in my head. I'm like, it'd be crazy if we bump into each other, because that's usually how it happens. Like you literally bump into each other some sort of way, right? So I'm doing some shit. I think it was like an easy cardio day or something. So I was doing some like leg, a little bit of legs, a little bit of forearm and shit. And I'm walking to this machine to the corner or some shit, right? So I'm walking and I bump into her, black out, right? So then I'm like, hey, what's up? So I take my earphone off. She like pops her off right here, whatever, you know. She pops it off. Hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, what you doing? Like, what you got going on? Like, going on. But she thought I meant the gym, so I kept it going. She's like, oh, I just got back. I'm like, oh shit, I just did that shit yesterday. I was like, what you doing? I'm like, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of this and that. She's like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, hey, do you ever go hiking? She's like, no, not really. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, hey, well, we should go hiking sometime. I mean, why don't you just grab my number? She's like, okay. So, you know, she gets her phone and she gives it to me and I mark it down, save it, whoop-de-whoop as daddy. You know how I do it. Bye, daddy, call me. You know, so she calls me. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you, whoop-de-whoop. That's you, okay, boo, for sure. I'm going to save you, bye. All right, it was nice to see you, though. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. So then it gets crazy. So then we start texting for a little bit, right? I think the following day I hit her up or some shit. I said, hey, it was really nice to meet you. It's really nice to meet you or whatever, right? And then she's like, yeah, whatever. Holy shit, excuse me. And then she said like, yeah, it was nice to meet you. So we start getting to talking and we start, hey, you know, what are you into? I like this, I like cats, I like pigs, whatever. I like frogs too, cool. So we start chopping it up, whatever, right? We start talking about boop. We start talking about the gym, like what would you like to do at the gym? Besides the gym, what do you like to do? And I was like, oh, speaking of the gym, you know, I had brought this conversation. I was like, and to some of my viewers, I know some of my viewers are in here right now probably watching like, what the fuck is this whole story? It's a long story to explain, but possibly on the next part I'll possibly explain it. But long story short, there's a dude at the gym that's an asshole. I'm always nice to him. I walk out of my way to say what's up to him all the time. I know some of my viewers know the story already, but I walk out of my way. He's a front desk guy. Walking to say, hey, what's cracking, bro? Like, I'm all happy and saying what's up to him, right? But he's always this asshole, and he's like never wants to really talk to me. Me pat him, me pound it or whatever, and he don't like it. So one day he's sitting at the front desk, whatever. I'm like, what's up, bro? How you doing? He's like, hey, I'm sick right now. I can't touch her or whatever, right? Then what happens is he's like, yeah, I can't touch her and I'm sick. I'm like, oh, okay, boom. So that day forward, I say, you know what, fuck you. I'm never gonna say what's up to you. If you ever say hi to me, I'm not gonna say hi to you. I'm gonna ignore you. So I started going in there, ignoring this guy. He'll say, hey, good morning, man. Fuck you, bro. I thought about it and I told so many of my friends. I was like, well, some of my friends and some coworkers and just a little bit of everybody. I asked a little bit of everybody in my groups. I'm like, what do you think I should do? Or do you think I should, like, I told him, I'm going to say, fuck you, or God bless you. What do I say? And at the end, my answer was, don't say shit to him. Don't say goddamn shit to this guy. Because why? Then I'm going to look like an asshole. I got to be there every single day. And then it's just, I'm not that person. So I just decided not to say nothing. So every time I look at him, every time he looks at me, he says, hi, good morning, or whatever, or have a good night, whatever. Right? And I just literally look at him like, and I literally look at him and walk away. And I feel so much better. I save so much energy. It's the greatest feeling now. But it bugs me that I got to see him 4 or 5 times out of the week. That's the shitty part, right? Okay, let's move back to his girlfriend situation, right? So anyways, that's the story that I tell her, but I tell her in a shorter version or through text messages, right? Through text messages, it's always where the person either reads it wrong or what's that damn word? Where they take it wrong, right? Where it's misinterpreted, right? Something like that. Kaya, can you stop licking, Kaya? So anyways, so I guess she got a little bit twisted. We started talking about, started talking about this guy that I was like, this guy's a dirtbag, he's a douchebag. I was like, and I told him the story exactly what I told you guys, but in a smaller paragraph, right? And she's like, well, that guy's nice to me every time I walk in. I was like, Yeah, but that's still, he's still a dirtbag. You know, I was like, I don't like that nigga. And then I explained the rest of the story, and I guess the way I was explaining the story to her, I'm guessing she didn't like it. She said, well, as a matter of fact, let me tell you something. Let me just read it to y'all. What the fuck? So she said like this. I was like, she's like, I'm so sorry. I get you, but you may not have a good experience with him. But it clearly bothers you more than you think. And I'm not really into someone who talks in that certain manner or way, especially someone who uses terms or slurs like that. In all honesty, I'm not comfortable with that, and I'm not cool with it to continue this conversation. And then I will go ahead and break it down. I'm like, hey, you know what, my bad. I was like, just because that's what I say, it's not exactly who I am. It's just, I said, I get where you're coming from. And I wasn't trying to be wild or disrespectful at all. That's just how I talk sometimes when I'm venting or joking around. It's not really who I am deep down. It's just a part of how I express myself in the moment. I carry myself with respect, but I'm also not going to act, fake, or filter everything I say. Still, I hear you. I respect that it didn't sit right with you. No bad blood for me either way, but don't let one moment paint the whole picture of me. Oh! All right, look, hear this. Now then she goes and says, hey, I hear you, but maybe as of right now, we can just keep a friendship in the gym. Woo! I was texting my homeboy lad and I was like, hey, bro, what the fuck, you know? And he knows a lot about this situation. So he was telling me like, hey, don't fall for it. All she wants is attention. So the more you keep writing little stupid like, you know, replies, it's gonna just keep going and going. It's not gonna get nowhere. So that's what she told you. She don't want to. That's cool. It stung a little bit right here. But it's okay because look, it was just a couple days. It's okay. Then okay, and then it said, okay, so she says, maybe as of right now, we can keep a friendship at the gym. And I say, fair enough, I respect that. I'll still hit you with a head nod at the gym like if we're cool. She put, yeah, just say hi, see what's up. So with that, I asked my homie, I was like, why she write even that? She could just put like a thumbs up or something, but she's like, she's just trying to get more attention or something out of you, like for you to keep replying to her or whatever. So I mean, I don't want to say exactly what I wrote. I did say some bad words, but like, I don't know. I find it like you're gonna ruin the whole. I don't know. You're gonna just ruin this whole thing for a couple bad words that I said. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I ain't even tripping. Like I finna see her tonight. I'm gonna be there. She gonna be there. Since I'm back, baby. My homeboy told me, hey, you know, stick to your shit. Like mind your business as you are. And she says, what's up? Say what's up. Don't be a dick. Because then I will be a dick, you know, but I don't want to. So I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just be cool. She walks up to me, says, what's up? I'll say, what's up? And if he doesn't, she doesn't. And that's how it is. Talking about she does, she doesn't, that's over and with. Another girl, right? We were talking about some other girl, right? So she's at the gym. I kind of been like, we building like some sort of friendship, but a fucked up one, right? One day she's working now. I don't know if I had told the pod, but one day she's working on with her phone with a water bottle, trying to like angle her phone to get a perfect like whatever, right? A perfect fucking frame. And I got an extra little tripod shit. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna offer it to her. I'm gonna give it to her, see if she wants it. I'm like, hey, you know, I saw you the other day. You're struggling with your shit, with your water bottle. Do you want it? She's like, yeah, take it. What they will. So like a week had passed and I hadn't seen her. Either I missed her, whatever, right? She's a regular there too in the mornings. And long story short, one day I meet her up. I see her. I'm like, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you. Whoop-de-woo. I was like, you want that tripod? I got it in the whip. I was like, as a matter of fact, let me just get your number. She is a cutie pie, right? I was like, let me get your number, and I'll just text you like when I'm done, and then we can meet up somewhere, you know? And she's like, oh, for sure. So boom. So I get the girl's number, right? I get her number, and then I hit her up finally when I'm done with my workout. But like, hey, what do I'm out here. I'm about to leave. So she's already waiting for me in the front. I go in the front. And we walk. She's like, want me to go with you? And I'm like, oh, we got something going on now. So I'm like, oh, maybe something can happen here. No, wrong. So what happens is I give her the tripod. She's like, hey, so she starts asking me these questions, trying to like figure out who I live, what I do, whatever. Like she's not really interested, but kind of just like keeping it chill. I give her the tripod. I tell her what's up. I'm like, where do you live? She says Orange, whoop-de-woo, right? Whatever. Long story short, yeah, 2-3 weeks past her. It's been already about a month now, I want to say, that I seen her. And the crazy thing is one day prior to this, like we'll say like 3 weeks ago, I hit her up. I'm like, hey, I saw you today. I was gonna say what's up, but I want to say what's up, and you look good. She didn't reply. I'm like, okay, maybe she don't want to fuck with me then. So I just kind of like stopped fucking with her, and then I kind of wrote to her again like, hey, how you doing, sort of shit. And I was like, all right, she don't want to write back. So she would kind of like not write back, but write back sort of thing. And then one day I finally tell her like, hey, why are you like avoiding me? Like, why? She's like, oh, I'm just trying to get in, get out. I was like, you're a fucking bitch. So I just didn't even reply to that. I didn't reply to that. So I think she got sour and butthurt over that. since I didn't write back or whatever, or maybe because I wrote that. And then again, I wrote, I was like, hey, how you doing? She didn't write back, and then she started ignoring me, like literally, she'll look at me kind of like not want to look. It's a crazy situation at the gym. So it's kind of like having that fool at the front desk and having that fine girl at the gym. It's like I'm literally in the fucking middle because the guy's in the front. This girl's usually inside near me or around me. It's just like it's that tension and that annoyingness. It's like a gnat at a party. It's just annoying right here. So I literally use that fucking energy. So I try not to like think about it too much. So I use that energy and I use it for my pumps or whatever else, whatever I'm doing, walking, running, pushing, weight, whatever it is. Kind of use that, and then, like sometimes low key I be looking at him like I fucking hate you, and I don't hate her, but it's just like you're fucked up for being a fucking dick. But hey, people can choose to do and be whoever the fuck they want to be, and that's fine. So I can't control that. So the only thing I control is the way I feel and the way I am. So that's just fine. God damn. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna see that girl tonight, and if something happens or something cool, you know, I'm gonna let y'all know. You be the first motherfuckers I'll let know, all right? If we go on a little date or something, I might record it. I might take you guys with me on a little whippy ride. You know what I mean? Let me see what else we got on here before we shut this pod down. Let's see. Oh shit! Look, we even fucking talk about this real quick before we even end this pod real quick. So remember the week that we did the Marca Fija and the boys and stuff, right? When we had them on pod, literally one of the boys were, you know, they came over to where I work and they're like, hey, what's up? What's going on? He's like, hey, bro, I watched that episode with the boys, you know, and I loved it, bro. He's like, you're talking about Chocolate City, you're talking about licking butts, and the guy was like just like really involved in this situation. Like you can tell he was so focused on wanting to tell me exactly how was going on. I thought he was gonna say, hey, congrats, like that video was great, you're fun. I don't know, something like that, right? No. The guy didn't say that. The guy said, hey, no, that same night, bro, I tried hot chocolate, goddamn. I tried Chocolate City. He tried Chocolate City because of me. That's crazy. I can be a movement for butt licking, dude. I think I can be like some sort of fucking leader for that, maybe. But dude, I don't want to say the guy's name, but damn, bro, I appreciate you, my guy. You're a fucking ass eater now. You're an ass eater, and then not only that, he gets his chocolate eaten. Oh my goodness gracious. Fuck, dude. This is insane. It's incredible. Like I want to smile, but then you know what I mean? It's just I'm all mixed emotions. I'm happy, I'm sad because I didn't get my butt licked. You know, it's just all over the place. I'm all over the place. But with that being said, bro, you're the fucking GOAT. This time you're the fucking GOAT, bro. And it was nice seeing you yesterday, bro, too. But the guy fucking hit Chocolate City for the first time, and he said he liked it. We're actually, as a matter of fact, fucking hold your horses. We're gonna have him on the pod. And I want to let him, you know, let you guys, you know, we'll dissect them little by little. We're gonna take it step by step, and we're gonna dissect the whole story exactly from the beginning to the end, and together we're gonna figure it all out and how it can be possible for anybody to be able to do it without being disgusted and without saying ugh. All right. Whew. That was a good one, yeah. Okay. With that being said, this is the end of the fucking pod. I'm Spoonchy. I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta wash my balls. I gotta get ready. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the south side next week. Tune in. We're back on schedule Saturdays at 5:30. All right. I love you guys. Peace.